Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have what I'm calling an everything haul from Target, so let's get into it. Just a quick explanation, I went into Target as we all do at times. I did peruse all of the clothing and accessory items, but I'm just having a harder and harder time finding pieces that work for my wardrobe and are worth it quality-wise to spend my money on. But everything else in Target was really speaking to me, so much so that I actually filled up an entire cart. So let's talk about all the things that I brought home. One of the items that I'm most excited about is this table. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. I cannot believe what the quality is for the price. So this is the Hearth in Hand with Magnolia, and they're calling it a drink table. It's only $59.99, and this is true stone on the top. This is really nice. You can look it up online if you want and really get the details, but I wanted to do a close-up because look at how pretty that is. This has just a hint of green running through here, just natural stone and just beautiful, beautiful mid-tone colors. They did have one that was much richer and had much more green running through it, but that's not really kind of my decor style. And then this really like 3-leg thing going on here. I love the detail. If you get close up, it even just has lots of little detail elements, and they're screwed underneath here on this base. As you can see, I mean, it's definitely on the heavier side because of the stone, but I mean, I can still pick it up with one hand, no problem. So that means that I actually can put it all over my house, in my living room, or if I just need a little side table somewhere else in a pinch, we just grab this and move it around. And they have other options as well from Threshold. I will put a little bit of video right after this to show you in store the other Threshold one as well, which is on the smaller side, but also equally as cute and definitely compares to a lot of the Pottery Barn style ones. This is the other table they had available. It is by the brand Threshold. Full price is $70. It obviously has this kind of brass gold look to it. Very lightweight on the top, but the base is made out of marble. Next up is this super cute spoon rest. I don't know why this just really spoke to me. It's definitely like a creamy white, but do you see those little like shadows on it? That shadow is actually in the stoneware, and it has just a tiny bit of a grayish blue kind of tinge, and I just love that it kind of added some texture to my countertop. I do have a few Pottery Barn pieces that are this natural wood that I absolutely love, but I needed one more spoon rest, and instead of having the whole set matchy-matchy, I thought this was really cute. Again, this is, I believe, that Magnolia, and it was only $4.99. So cute, and it might be dishwasher safe. I'm not sure, I didn't even look at that. Yes, it is dishwasher safe, so that's great, you know, especially after cooking and stuff, these do get messy. So, but usually I just kind of do a quick wipe and clean or rinse it off in the sink, and it works perfectly. I mean, you can't beat a $5 spoon rest like this. This is beautiful. I'd much rather have this than some of the more high-end ones. Next, I have some welcome mats. I just wanted this little simple one. I don't really like ones that say fall or Halloween or even Thanksgiving, because I wanted to just really last all the way through as far as I can with fall. So this was my first one that I purchased, and it has like a really cute cork feel to it. It is not plasticky. And then I got one more. This was the other little simple welcome mat I got. I thought that was really cute as well. I just think that it's easy. It has a modern look to it, but I also loved the color on it because, again, it definitely is fall forward right now with the like orange tones and yellow tones and brown. But really, if you have that color scheme, you could use this year round, unless you're like really hardcore Christmassy. But anything else, you know, for the rest of the year, you can pretty much use that. Oh my gosh, please excuse Mr. Bug over here. Gotta love heat waves. The next item that I purchased is actually this super inexpensive little like tote basket. I think this thing was probably $5, I believe. It doesn't have the price tag on it, but I want to say $5. Now, it's super floppy, soft, but it does have handles, and there's nothing that's going to like catch or mess any fabric up. So I actually purchased this as a laundry basket for one of my kids. I thought this would actually be just great because, you know, traditional laundry baskets are just so big and bulky. And this one was a tiny bit taller than most laundry baskets, and I love the double handles that I can just sort of grab, and if there's not a ton of laundry, it's actually, you can do one hand, or if it's full, you know, it just, user-friendly, super lightweight, not bulky. Next up is this step stool from, I think this is also the Magnolia Hearth and Home situation. I'm looking for the tag. Woo! Yes, it is Hearth and Hand. It's called the step stool. I got this in the black finish, and full price is $49.99. Now, price-wise, I don't think it's terrible because it is wood and it's well finished, and as you can see, it has this little additional steps. So what you do is you can set it anywhere you want, and it kind of sits like that. It's a little bit out of the way, and you could technically sit on it, and it would be like a little bench, something you could put maybe if you have like a walk-in closet or a pantry, or, you know, anywhere you need a step stool. And so you can set it like this and it stays out of the way, but then if you need, obviously, to climb up on anything, you push that down. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to keep this. That's why it has the tag on it still. I have been trying it, and here's my two problems. One is it's very smooth and slick up here. So, I mean, I clearly wouldn't try that with socks or anything like that. But even with bare feet or shoes, I still feel like this could be a problem. That can easily be remedied with a little bit of like grip tape, kind of, you know, they make that type of stuff for tread, but it would obviously change the look of this and then be more uncomfortable when you sat on it. So, you know, you'd have to decide if that was a problem for you. The bigger issue though is that the other day I tried it and I did not push this out. I kind of was lazy. I just reached over, grabbed this, set it down, and I stepped up on it, and when I was using it and kind of like reaching forward, the whole thing kind of went like this on me. Now, I may have had it backwards. Maybe that's probably part of the problem. When I was standing on it, I don't know, I didn't pay attention, but all I know is that I lost my footing with it a little bit and the whole thing started to tip. So thankfully I was in a space that I could grab onto something and sort of rebalance. And then I had to be super careful when I stepped off the top straight to the bottom because I didn't want it to off balance again and make me fall forward. So that in itself kind of really scared me. Now, again, that was probably my user error for not stabilizing it with this. But I guess my concern would be this is really not, you know, super heavy. And if I'm stepping here, it's still on the straight side. If you see that, it could still possibly tip. And I'm a little stressed about that because that's the last thing I need in my life right now is for one of us to fall. So I may give it one more chance, but even though I love this, and they do have it in 2 different color options, they had it in the black and then they have it in a very, very warm wood tone. You know, it's not worth the safety risk for me, even if it's cute. So this is kind of a wash, and I just still put this in the haul though because I wanted everybody else to know that, you know, proceed with caution with this. Just really think it through and pay attention to those things. And if you do decide to buy it, maybe just test it out in a very secure, safe area that you can catch yourself and see if it's safe enough for you or your family. And I tell you, I went to every department. I really mean it. I even went to the electronics department. I have a Casetify case that is on my phone. You've probably seen it a ton of times when I am vlogging. It has black with white hearts. And I like Casetify because you can choose whatever you want. However, they just, you know, don't tend to last for the entire lifetime of your phone, I guess. That case is a little over a year old, so I guess I got my money's worth, but those cases are like $60 to $80, and that's kind of crazy. And so it started to have an issue and a piece was pulling loose. So I thought, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna just save a few bucks and I'm gonna see what Target has. And I've always loved OtterBox brand, but they usually are giant. So OtterBox now carries smaller phone cases. And I just, you know, I thought I have this pretty phone and I never really look at the color of it. So I decided to get a clear case. And of course, you know, you need to get the mag strip if you're gonna have any of those chargers. So I did get this. So this is not cheap. This is the drop I think it's called Stay Clear. And this one is, I think it was $49.99, something along those lines. So again, not cheap, but if you know OtterBox, they're definitely worth the money. I've had them over the years as well, and I love them. So had to buy a phone case, unfortunately, but I'm glad that Target carries them because that just saved me a trip or ordering something online. I also went into like the kind of fall section, and I try to behave. I'm really not one of those people that really decorates my house at all seasonally. I just don't do it. So I'm not making excuses, and I love it when other people do. I just don't. But I did want some napkins, and I love these types of napkins because they're actually called guest towels, and I think they're mostly for like your guest bathroom, which I also take some and put them in there if we're ever having like family or guests over for any reason. But I do like them because they're a lot thicker and nicer than like regular paper napkins, so that you can use them, you know, with other events and stuff in the kitchen as well. So I just thought these were super cute. It was a 20 count, and they're that Spritz brand, super affordable, but I loved how understated they were because even if they last a little further than fall, they're not like orange and green. From a distance, they're not a big deal, and I'd still happily use them in my kitchen until they're gone. Okay, you're probably gonna say, Sarissa, how many deodorants are you gonna talk about? Well, a lot. I like deodorant. I do have my favorites, but I do have other favorites too now that are coming into play. So, and again, keep in mind, there are several people in this house, so not every deodorant is primarily for me. However, I do like them, and I think that they work well, and most of them work like men or women. So that's what I think is really cool about these. First one being Lume. This one is 72-hour odor control, and it says for your pits, privates, and beyond. I have just tried this on my pits and this works amazingly. I just had another favorite recently of a deodorant that I like, but it has been so hot here that one couldn't even hang after several hours. And when I say hot, it's 101 degrees, and it's end of September. So I wanted to try one more just to see. The other one is going to get pushed a little bit closer to maybe when it cools off and it's a little closer to real fall. This one I just bought the soft powder scent. It goes on like a traditional deodorant. It does have a soft powder scent. I find that this scent is not overwhelming. I don't feel like baby powder smell is coming off of me because I cannot stand that throughout the day. So this one is very mild and mellow once you get it on. It works really well. And for some reason, I don't have a problem using this even like at night before I go to bed. I think that this works well for that as well. And through perimenopause, man, maybe that's why I've got so many deodorants in life. This next Lume product was a happy accident. I thought this was the whole body deodorant that comes in the tube, and it was on clearance for a couple dollars. But when I got home and actually read the thing, it's the acidified body wash. Now, what's cool about this is, as far as I can tell from their website, this body wash claims to really take down or actually kill the scent that many of us can get as we age. And that is a very particular scent that I know most of us have smelled either on someone or maybe in their home. And unfortunately, it comes with age. And so the older a person gets, sometimes that smell tends to get stronger. And I've been told that you are unaware of it, that you don't smell it on yourself, but you can smell it on other people. And whatever they have in this acidified body wash is supposed to handle that. And what I've also read and studied is that smell particularly emanates from your trunk, like your back and around here, and the back of your neck of all places. So if you want to use this primarily in those areas, great, or just as a full body wash, I've been doing that and I love this and I am going to repurchase it. And anybody can use this. So please don't think you should only use it if you're of a certain age. It works beautifully, and the unscented one works really well because then I can do other things like my body scrubs or my lotions and my perfumes, and it's not competing with that scent. So really good. Again, Lume, love them. I think they have great products. Last deodorant I promise for the day is the Old Spice Wilderness with lavender, and this one is the antiperspirant and deodorant one. You do kind of have to look and see. They do have one that is just deodorant that does not have aluminum and all that good stuff in it. This one, however, does have aluminum. I guess that's that's what it is. There's a bigger word, but I'm not gonna say it, in it. And so you can get the scent with either or, but I grabbed the regular one. And this is one of those ones, just like the commercials say, they really are good. And they just have this really unique scents that are different than most deodorants. And they work really well, but I will say this scent is definitely going to carry. You are going to smell this when someone's walking up to you as if it's almost a cologne. So make sure that whichever one you buy, you like the scent, other people in your house like the scent, and it's not gonna compete with whatever perfume or cologne that you wear, because this definitely is something you are going to smell. And personally, I love that. I think it's great when someone walks by and I can smell something really good on them. But I just wanted you to know, because as far as competing scents, sometimes that's a problem. But man, I really like this wilderness one. One more quick kind of home item, and then I'll move into some, I was gonna say food, but it looks like they're all drinks. So Meyers Clean Day. Target is really good about carrying this brand and always having all of the seasonal scents. I've talked about this in the past. I absolutely love the apple cider scent, and I cannot wait every fall until this comes out. And then I use this exclusively, basically, until the pine one comes out at Christmas time. Then I switch to that. But I love the apple cider scent. They do have a new one that's like elderberry, and it's a very kind of beautiful berry floral scent. And then I think they have one called Leaves that's really yummy as well. So if you are into fall scents that aren't super expensive, and a lot of times these start to go on sale very quickly. And then of course they do have like the other soaps and other accompanying products that go with it with the smells, but love this stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you with all of the groceries I bought, but I am gonna talk about a few fun items that I love to get at Target. Target always carries my favorite non-dairy Starbucks creamer, and this is an almond milk and oat milk, so if you have allergies, please be very aware. But for us personally, this works in our house, and this one is the pumpkin spice latte. I actually love this one. This is my second bottle already, but they do have other flavors that are all delicious. And I don't know, I feel like this doesn't have the absolute greatest ingredients, but it's much better than most other oat milk based ingredients and non-dairy ones. So when I look at ingredients, surprisingly, these ones win for me personally over a lot of the other quote unquote healthy ones. Okay, I'm gonna share this, but please know I normally do gluten-free, dairy-free items. This is not that. But we do have family members in this house that are currently obsessed with the pumpkin, is it the pumpkin cold brew? Okay, help me out here, you guys. Starbucks has the craziest names for their drinks, but it's basically a pumpkin spice chai, I think. And so anyway, it has pumpkin cold brew on top of it. It's got, I think, milk and chai in it, and they're $7 each, like for the smaller size. It's wild how expensive those drinks are. So I thought, why not try this? We haven't opened it yet, so I'll have to report back. But they have cold foam now in different flavors. They had pumpkin spice, they have a chocolate mint, and something else, maybe a more basic one. So of course I got the pumpkin spice, and the reason why I got it is because at Trader Joe's and World Market, I have found different things. So I found the spiced chai concentrate from Trader Joe's, and then at World Market I found the pumpkin pie flavored Pure Made sauce. So you add this to milk and dump some pumpkin sauce in it, and then this, and hopefully it will be a much cheaper version of the pumpkin spice chai latte from Starbucks. Poppies. Okay, have you guys jumped on all of this craze with these probiotic sodas? We absolutely have. We have bought in like basically every one that we can find, but I have noticed lately that Target, and Target's the only place so far that I have found this flavor. They may have it at other places, but for us, Target's the easiest place to find it. This is wild berry, and our local Target has a huge like middle section right now with poppies that are like literally almost as tall as me in all different flavors, and you can just grab the single cans. So we also get orange cream. We basically buy them all, but this is currently a favorite, and orange cream is a really good one too. Next is the DeSoy non-alcoholic drinks. I like to drink either cherry juice or something like this, especially in the afternoons or evenings, and I put it in a fancy glass and I feel fancy. This is the Spritz Italiano, and this is the aperitif, they're calling it, which has bright red fruits and subtle florals. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the Tray Rosé. That's what this one is. I like these, I think they're yummy, so I always grab a couple when I am at Target, and I'm happy that Target carries them now because for a while they were basically only available through DeSoy and you had to order them. So the fact that you can get them like this now, and I don't know if you've noticed that, but there's been a huge trend of non-alcoholic drinks that are coming out that are kind of geared towards those of us who love like a cocktail style drink but really just don't want the alcohol anymore. So I'm really enjoying these. These have to be probably my favorite of all of those so far, and a lot of them seem to have like adaptogens and a whole bunch of other stuff in it, and so far these have not really bothered me at all, so I just kind of stick with this. Last up from this Target haul are the I don't even know how to say this, Owyn. These are vegan and gluten-free, and so I buy these personally for myself. They just work really well on the go, or if you're just, you know, sometimes I just have to have one of these, or I like to travel with them if we're on road trips, and Target always carries them, and they always carry at least 3 or 4 flavor options. So this time I just happened to grab the cookies and creamless, they're calling it, and then I got dark chocolate. So these work really well just on the go, like I said. And for those of you who like a protein coffee, these are super easy to do and helpful, especially if you need a vegan or a gluten-free option. All of these work really well with hot or iced coffee, so that's helpful too. All right, that does it for my everything but clothing haul at Target this time. You know, there's something about that store. There is a reason why there are so many memes and Instagram reels and things about Target telling you what you need. Sometimes you just get in there and you just find all the fun stuff. And so this was one of those hauls for me. What I will do is I will have everything that I have that's available linked in the description box below. I will also make a couple of collages and I will put those over on my LTK app for easy shopping for you. If you kind of want one of the things that I talked about but maybe can't remember what it is, make sure you're following me over on the LTK app. That's just the easiest way that's always going to have the things that I'm talking about and easy shopping links. All right, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you soon.